Awesome, little FishingROV update. Haven't really had much time for anything other than updates. It's just kind of a life and whatnot getting in the road. But what I'm working on at the moment is a CNC machine. Plasma cutting CNC machine. So basically, the motors will move the plasma torch about and then cut out sheets in shapes in sheet metal. Hopefully make some gear for Christmas, kind of sellable type arty stuff. Maybe gears and moving kinetic sculptures and stuff, but this is, and it will also hopefully double as a giant 3D printer. Big build volume with a, I guess, PLA and a big fast extruding head. But what I've got so far is just printing an ABS, and these are just little 608 skate bearings. 3 and then 3 and then just 2 in the back to tension it. I might add a weld connector nut to there to be able to tension that one. And then yeah, there's a few revisions down the line. Figured I couldn't have the X-axis coming out of there because the belts were getting in the road. So the layout of the machine, basically 2 of these 40mm stainless box section steel, and then what I'll connect them together. What I'll just start off with, I'll make a plastic plug in here and print a plastic plug, and then bolt the plug to a heavy piece of angle, like a 80 by 8. Probably like a meter wide by 1.2 cut area. If I make it much bigger, I'm worried that the X-axis carriage is going to be too heavy, and it's going to be horribly backlashy and slow to get any kind of decent results. And then connecting the motors with this 10mm 2.5T timing belt, the one with the steel reinforcement in it. So hopefully that's solid enough. And what we'll have is a piece of this will run over the top and there, and there's nice little clampy things with brass inserts in the top of the Y carriage down there and round this bar at the end, which will be turned by a Nema 24 motor with a little belt onto there, and then that will turn both of the pulleys on the Y-axis. Then on the Y-axis the X will come off, so it's going to, yeah, so that will come out the side, the X coming across, and then what I haven't quite figured out is the Z yet. So I guess one of these carriages, I'll try and reuse the model if I can, and then have a plate bolted on somewhere, like maybe doing like a metal plate that comes on here, and then I need to figure out some kind of Z axis, like a fairly small axis, like 100mm or something, just to get down on the metal. And then when I'm using it as a giant 3D printer, I'll build a bed underneath it that has the larger Z travel. But this should do for plasma cutting, or just lifting off metal and stuff. Hopefully with a Z probe on it, which is cool. And then controlling it with these eBay specials, the Mach 3 controller, a little USB thing. 4 axes, I got 4 for the Nema motors, so I'll use 2 of the big ones, the Nema 24 3Nm motors on the X and the Y. I'll use a smaller one on the Z with one of those spiral gears, and then I'll save one of the motors for the Z travel, and just the big Z travel for the printer bed, with helical gears, whatever you call them. With a trapezoidal Z-axis movement, and then I guess have some kind of runners. I was playing with the idea of having the runners inside the box section and have bearings inside it, and then have the box section welded to the, well, bolted to the X carriage somehow in there. I still need to figure out the yeah, the X-axis pulley arrangement. So that's the Y, mounting the motor on the back of the Y. Probably make up a little metal plate here that just bolts the motor there, so that the pulley and the belt can run over the top. I'm trying to avoid putting the belt underneath in case there's like slag and spatter and stuff from the plasma cutter. Just that, Z's still to come. Yeah, that's maybe about it, as far as I've got so far. It's kind of rather time consuming. And random 3D print of the day. Printing a new top for these scrumpy balls, so my brother can use them as brew balls. Quite pleased with it. It's a little thread in there with an O-ring seat. Revision 3. Bit random, but hey ho. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more mad inventions.